You talk about something very interesting, which is all-day foreplay.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
It goes back to the responsive desire versus spontaneous. I'm sure you guys can walk in the kitchen and you see your lady and you're like, yes, like she's wearing sweatpants and you're just immediately ready to go. Women, a lot of us have very sensitive breaks, like the birds starts chirping, the garbage can
It's
tips
a man's
over.
worst nightmare. It's like a car drove past, that's it, it's over. It's like, why? What happened?
So women, in order to feel safe, it's all of these little touch points throughout the day. So what you think is her nagging, that sock on the floor, you not taking out the trash. If you said you were going to go get milk and you didn't, well, these in the modern era are versions of you not being reliable and not being a safe partner. So if you're not doing this, element of safety is out the door. Right now you're creating a lot of stress for her. It's going to be impossible for her to relax and be present with you, which is required for her to have arousal. It's the intimate touch. She wants to know that you're connected and that you're invested throughout the day. So it's little grazes, little kisses, little like eye gazes. How many times can you walk by your partner and not even look at or acknowledge them? If she talks, you respond. You don't just ignore her. All of these little things now kind of equate safety in modern era. So you want to make sure that you're spending like the 2 seconds it takes to just like, yes, babe, I heard what you said. Yes, I'm going to take out the trash. Like, do all of these things. And you will be so grateful you did it because she will be relaxed and more receptive. So when the kids are in bed, everything is done and you're winding down. Like, she's in this place where she wants to engage with you.
This 1990s marriage chore play advice has been proven time and time again that this doesn't work. Doing the dishes or taking out the garbage isn't going to get her wet no matter how many times you do it. Because if it really was that simple, don't you think most guys would be doing it and divorce rates wouldn't be this high? This is how women just cope-explain to you, them, and everybody else on why they just don't want to have sex with you anymore, and just offset it to the minutiae tasks they have in their lives like garbage and folding laundry, instead of just telling you the real reason why. And that is they're not attracted to you like that anymore. But they can't just outright tell you that because you'll stop everything you're doing for them, and they need that house slave still working, at least until they're ready to kick you out or they got a new man lined up. So they'll come up with this elaborate task schedule questline like in an RPG with Poon at the end of it, and has multiple failure points that sets you right back at the beginning. ChorePlay really reminds me of that Learn Helpless experiment. And for those who don't know what it is, what the TLDR is basically there were these two groups of rats. Both were placed in a tank of water. The first group swam until they died, the second group to the same point, but they were rescued and then put back in the tank, and what they observed is that they swam way longer than they originally did, or the first group, because they thought someone was coming to rescue them. And that's basically what this is. Guys swimming around their tank because they know if they just swim around long enough and do enough paddles, or chores, that the Poon will come eventually. This is just the marriage version of it, and by giving it a cute name, it really disguises what this whole thing is. And these are really just the talking points of these online trad wives, who are doing anything but what they preach, unless there's a video camera in front of them. And a fun fact about this clip, this is Candace Horplatz, or better known as Eva Lovia, a very well-known adult actress. So we have an ex-Thor turned online trad wife, how to keep the sexual energy alive when her marriage is anything but. And I'm not implying any weird kink stuff. I'm more so talking about how their marriage isn't the normal one. They're super rich, have popularity, and basically can do whatever they want at any time. That isn't the norm, and you telling everybody, have you tried chores, is really just dishonest. You may as well just say what you're actually doing. Have you tried being rich and popular, and be open to do weird kink stuff? But you won't, because you know that won't sell. So you throw on your church shirt, fire up the camera, have you baking pies, and him folding some laundry. So you can do this performative tradding and make it look like a scene from the 1950s. So the guys at the Daily Wire have something to fap off to, while they just avoid the actual problems and the activities these people are doing outside the trad grift. Because it's especially hard to take these people seriously when they're posting stuff like this, but then tell you aren't doing the dishes enough when they're living nowhere close to that lifestyle. Because anyone who believes her husband Eric, or guys like this, whose net worth is $5 million, is doing the dishes or chore play to get access to this passed around thought, well, I got a bridge to sell you. But I will say this is a little bit of a special case, because anyone who marries a XP star, I think there might be something going on with your brain chemistry or self-esteem. So you might actually be doing some of this stuff, but she's making it sound like the chores are the only thing you need to do, and being worth $5 million and having companies is irrelevant. And definitely has nothing to do with the fact that this is probably the highest value man she can get for her age and her history. This isn't all day foreplay, this is trad foreplay. And we just have a bunch of people on here pretending to do stuff that they're not doing, with simply men bowing down, pretending like she's the philosopher queen of the marriage world, when she's just spewing out the same old tired trad talking points that don't work, can't even come up with something original. And that's why we can't take any of these trad people seriously, because first off, it's really infeasible, because women don't actually want that, and with times being too good and men too simpy to enforce it, it's never going to happen. And second, these are the spokesmen for it, where they have very questionable past, don't actually do what they preach, or are so out of touch boomers that they don't actually know what's going on, that they're just a broken record of my bootstraps, clean shirts, and firm handshakes, and never address what they had to what we don't. And that's why this trad movement, for lack of a better word, it's never going to go anywhere. It's just going to be eaten from within. Because just like with the red pill, grifters like this move in, like a virus, derail, and suck out all the nutrients, in this case, good talking points, until it dies and then moves on. It makes the whole thing look like a clown show, while they walk away with the bag. And until we start gatekeeping and stop platforming people who are obvious grifters and don't belong here, well, I think Joker said it best.
I'll tell you what you get! All the police. Get what you fucking deserve!